Hey guys, Wraith calling, and I'm on South Coast, and I'm in the Type 59, the Tier 8 Chinese premium tank. And I had a request for a little bit more gameplay of this, so I had messed around with it the other day and got a good game out of it, so I thought I'd put this one up. So I'm going to start out, this is a Tier 8 game, I'm going to start out going down toward the 9-0 line. And I'm going to have some support of some guys to with me. I like going this way with medium tanks. I'm going to get a chance to get hull down a little bit, especially if you have a little support behind you. You have to be careful because you can get locked down into a linear fight, and that's not ideal conditions for most medium tanks because they don't have the armor or the gun to be able to compete that way unless you're facing lower tier tanks than yourself. But I do have a trio of tank destroyers coming up behind me, and I think maybe one or two more tucked in there on the minimap I can't quite see, but I'm going to push up and kind of take the high road a little bit. Now there's one Artie game, and I'm gotta kind of be a little wary of Artie because this is a nice big open ground, but I see a couple mediums being very aggressive right here. I'm gonna dip down to this pocket. I squeezed one off a little faster than I should have, and it is an M4, and he's gonna learn the hard way. He should not sit there and get too aggressive, and he's gonna pay the price for it. He's got the short gun off. He's maybe got the 105, but it's not gonna save him. And he gets picked off before I get the final shot into him. Look over here, and there's a Tiger P, which I spotted, so I do get the assist damage for that hit. And kind of seeing where he's at. I managed to track him again, which is okay, because that means if he gets shot again, then I will get the assistance damage for that. You see the little hits piling up. And there is a hammer back there behind him, bouncing off the hammer. Now this armor is good enough to where I can get some bounces off the hammer, so I'm okay here trading shots with him. I can deal with being in a linear fight with him and the other Tiger that was over there. Because I know my turret armor is probably going to be good enough, and my upper plate's going to be fairly good enough to angle. So I put another big hit into the hammer. He backs off, realizing his mistakes and questioning his life choices. He gets picked off. I'm going to push down and look over, and I see that other medium still over there. So I'm going to ignore that tank destroyer, knowing I've got guys behind me, providing a little overwatch. And there's a Pershing, and that's a Tier 8 American medium tank, and he's got a fairly good gun. So I'm going to push all around this corner, trying to get away from him. I'll take a few more hits probably than I should have. I get down here, put a big shot into the Craft Panther, come around, and I think the Craft might have enough penetration to get through me finally. But I'm kind of doing this dance, trying to keep the Pershing in between me and the Pershing. I'm not going to be able to do it. Fire one underneath them, so I kind of back off this corner a little bit to keep the Pershing out of the game. And put one more shot into him. Not quite enough damage to kill him, so it's going to take one more. And I'm sitting here to be wary of the Pershing. He does put one into me. I don't know if he had loaded premium, but he did penetrate me. Now I figure I can sit there behind the Craft Panther, maybe get another shot at the Pershing, because he's still up there. I know I can't see him. And, oh, there's an IS-6. So I start the backing off dance. The IS-6, while the gun doesn't have a lot of penetration, I think maybe 175, it does hit pretty hard. You notice I've loaded premium ammunition to be sure I can get through his armor, because they do have pretty good armor on the front. And I'm backing off because you can see I'm still taking fire from the Pershing. So as long as he's willing to chase me, I'll keep backing off and keep him between me and the Pershing and not give the Pershing much to shoot at. I'm going to put rounds and just keep shooting him. I don't know if he can't get low enough to get my lower plate, but I think all he's doing is bouncing off my turret. And we really don't have much of a commander's hat, so he's not playing very well. And you can see the Pershing sneaks another shot into me. So I keep backing off, keep backing his divot. I take another big hit. I think the IS-6 is finally starting to shoot premium or HE. It already gives me a hand. I do it one more shot, and I'm going to keep backing off because I can't tell the Pershing is going to be able to put any more shots into me. But it leaves me on a sliver of health. But against the IS-6, you saw how good the armor held up against the IS-6, which, again, the gun penetration on the IS-6 is not real impressive. But it was enough to give me concern if he loaded gold. And there's the Artie that helped me out, so I'm going to keep backing up, and I'm going to readjust my situation. I know if I go that way, I'm going to get stuck in the Pershing, and that's not a fight I want to engage in because he's got a good gun. He's going to be hold on, have some cover, and I don't want to risk him reaching out, hitting me. And I'm probably low enough. If he fires HE, he might be able to kill me. It doesn't take much. When tanks get that low health, you can get away with firing HE sometimes just to get the damage because you don't need it to penetrate. And there's the Pershing. And I can't, he's still up on his little ridge top. And I don't think he's going to stay there for long because he gets threatened. Someone starts pushing aggressively on him. So I'm going to come up here and see if I can get a shot on him. Be a little sneaky. Maybe get a little payback. I owe him a couple. And he's back down behind those rocks. So, very carefully here. I'm going to push down this ridge. Again, I've just got a sliver of health, so I really don't want to throw myself off a ridge and bounce hard, take 100 points of damage, and kill myself. That's just not good fun. Well, it might be for you guys. See me derp stuff up like that sometimes. The person looks like he's pretty beat up. He does have help back there with him. And there's a tank destroyer and an arty floating around. I'm going to stay up here. I can't, they're clear, so I can get shots on them. So I'm just trying to stay held down, not expose myself too much. We still do have an arty. Their arty I'm also worried about. That's why I back up all the way off the hill to get unspotted. Because I don't want arty to take one to hit me. He don't even have to hit me. He may just have to be in the same zip code I am to hit me. But I want to take the chance when I step out, fire, get a cheeky shot in the tiger too. I was kind of surprised that hit, but you know what? If you don't take those kind of shots, you're never going to hit them. So don't be afraid to pull the trigger on those sometimes. I've still got APCR loaded, I noticed. I've already been through most of it. I'm not that worried about it. I really get the guaranteed hits and damage at this point with my low health, instead of risk pinging one and losing my life. So I'm going to slide down this little embankment. I'm going to push up the road, and I'm going to be a little cautious. There's the he's going to take forever to get up there. Those Japanese survivors do not do well on hills. And I'm kind of not sure where the tank destroyer is at. I'm kind of looking for the arty. I got to be careful. Again, arty just has to splash me. They don't really have to hit me directly. And I'm kind of being cautious. And there's the arty. He's not looking at me, so I got time to aim in. Don't kill him. So I'm backing off. He did spot me. And I'm not sure if he's just fired, if he's going to be looking at me or not. So I'm going to stick my head out real quick. Spot him again. If I shoot on the move and I miss, so I'm trying to push over to get back in the cover to get away from him. He's the last guy left on our team. Fire again. Miss. I'm a little nervous now. The arty's going to dirt me here in a second. He fires and misses. So now I can come right up here, take my time. Zoom in, put one into him, end the game with 3 kills. Three kills, not 4. Don't get too excited.
Great job, man.
And a quick look at the final stats. Will give me 150,000 made. There's some missions in there, I'm sure. ×2 experience, my first day at tank of the game. Game of the day, win of the day with this. 3 kills, 3,500 damage, 1,800 assists, 2K blocked. Pretty well-rounded game. And a walk with 1,800 base XP. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your time.